It's a gated community. It's a gated community for the homeless.
Well, we're calling this an affordable tiny house village. It's made up of 22 tiny houses of 160 to 300 square feet.
It's a heck of a lot better than sleeping under a bridge.
And it's reachable. It's reachable for those that build as well as being reachable for those who need a home. A place where the difference comes down to a scale where we can all make a contribution that makes a giant difference.
We've got our first house going up, and we've raised just over $1 million to get to this point. So that's a really exciting thing. It's real, it's happening, and now we just need to raise another $400,000 to push us over the edge, finish the project. We can move in.
It's a really good experience, and I really like getting my hands dirty. Building my own home. So the start of something great is what you shall see here.
On up, go.
We don't have anything
all the way up on this side.
He's going to stand on it. Oh.
How much concrete do we have over there?
Go. Stay on it, Phil.
On up, go.
Slow down.
Keep going, keep going. Just go slow.
Okay, we've got to come this way 6 inches.
Oh no.
I like to say it takes a community to build a village. The people that are coming together in this community to work on this project give a wonderful testimony, not just to the values of this community, but the values of humanity, that we support one another, that we are there for each other.
1, 2, 3. I gotta go half an inch more. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's 3 halves.
There are so many people that we encounter in our community that we call working poor. I think it's just that second half of that title is really unfortunate. It implies that somehow they are less than the rest of society. And what we see, people who are just hardworking people who are poorly paid.
I worked a lot. I still work 2 jobs. I work 2 jobs, and I can't make enough money to live by myself. In our society, if you can't afford housing, that should mean, it's the stipulation that you're poor or that you don't work. I'm in a class that is called the working poor. I'm the working poor.
Does everyone know how to form a mission statement? Any ideas?
Breaking stereotypes of persons in our situation. Working together with the neighborhood associations to become and stay part of the Whitaker neighborhood.
Unifying our community, preventing people from falling through the cracks.
Give people a chance to build a good rental history when starting out from homeless.
Unifying our community, preventing homelessness one person at a time.
Back in 2014, when we started Opportunity Village, and we discovered that we had villagers who had income but had no place to live because they couldn't afford anything on the income they had, and it wasn't possible to get any kind of voucher. Section 8 wasn't open and what have you, and it dawned on us, if we're going to help people transition out, we're going to have to build our own housing.
Well, I'm honored to be here. It's great to get out of the office. We always look for a good excuse to do that. And I'm honored to be a part, of this whole organization. I strongly believe that a home is really the foundation of a happy, healthy, functional society. That is so important, and I can only imagine what it must be like to not have that.
My conviction is that all of us have in our makeup a need to be both significant and compassionate, and something like this draws together those 2 strings in our hearts.
Dominic and Ingrid are going to be living in this very house.
Yes.
So Dominic, what are your thoughts on this occasion?
Well, it is a blessing. As we're putting up the wall, I've never done carpentry work before, but being out here helping these guys, these volunteers, and all these people who have put all this effort and time and money into this project, it chokes me up because it is a blessing. It shows community, it shows love, and that's really important to me and my wife. My wife couldn't be here, she's at work right now, but she really wanted to be here, and if she was here, I'm sure she'd probably be crying and and saying thank you to all of you from the beginning, from when you first planned it out, thought about it.
Another group of people we see are people who have some limiting condition or a disability, and they may have disability income, which is never adequate in order to support yourself in our society, or they may have part-time employment. But still they have some income coming in, but not enough to be able to have a place of their own. So creating a model of housing where someone can afford to support themselves is part of the work that we are doing.
Homelessness wasn't just someone who was sleeping underneath a bridge in a park. Homelessness starts long before that.
It got hard. Once I was homeless, it got hard to get back on my feet again. And just living out there just with nothing is really difficult. It's really hard.
Didn't make a lot of the right choices. Fell into doing drugs and alcohol, and I've got almost 5 years clean and sober.
So I just look on record saying the serendipity of this. We put out that letter in December of 2014 with that vision, and we were very blessed with a dear member of our community that stepped forward with the first $100,000 gift that enabled us to really get this up and going, to buy the property.
This is the first large housing development in this neighborhood in many years, and what a great neighborhood to move into.
I have a sister who's in a compromised situation, and this is the kind of thing where you can actually begin to take some steps and move towards, you know, home ownership, or at least integration into society in a different kind of fashion. I think this is a great, wonderful thing.
Thank you for the good work that you are doing, and now get back to work.
Thank you, and we appreciate you.
Oh, thank you, Beth. Yeah.
We work together to build one person up, not down. We will do so by helping each other and helping our community one thing at a time.
One village, many hearts.
I like that.
One village, many hearts.